our max. Awesome, thank you.
All right, is this a way to do it? I have no idea. Okay. All right, welcome everyone. And you guys can see my screen now. All right, that's $1 million here. So you guys can see that. Let's see this. All right, you guys can see this?
Yes.
All right. Okay, so today's topic is about how to maximize your spare time profit by the system I have been developing for the past 10 months or so. The spare time I'm talking about is about 1 to 2 hours a day. The process is extremely easy, but it's not it's extremely simple, but not easy to do. So you still have to go to do the work, and the deal is not gonna, just lay on your lap, and you don't have to do nothing. But every day, when you do 1 to 2 hours a day consistently, the result will come, and that's how much I work on this business pretty much every day. And I call this reverse virtual land flip. So it's a program about land flip, and it's not about land term sell or buying land and hold. It's a land flip, how you can get your profit right away. And secondly, this is why we do land, because all the rich people are buying land right now. And you can see on the left picture, this is how much Bill Gates is buying land all over the place. And he has, this is old data. He right now owns more than about 400,000 acres, more than that. And Jeff Bezos, of course, own about 500,000 here. And this Ted Turner, you guys know him, right?
Mhm.
He's the creator of CNN. He owns more than 2 million acres. He's the top 5 guys who own the land in the whole United States. But they're all buy and hold. The thing that we talk about is how you can use your spare time 1 to 2 hours a day, and you maximize your time and making a huge profit. A little bit about myself here. This is me. Just kidding. All right. So this is me. It's my wife with 3 kids. I'm first gonna talk about why we do land flip, and the thing we're gonna talk about right now is how we can mainly do it virtually. Virtually means you can do it in your backyard, in your hometown. Let's say you live in Austin, you can do it in Austin. But if you don't want to do it in Austin, maybe because of the price is too high or you just don't like it, you can do it in other place as well. It is very hard to do it virtually with houses because house has a lot of problem. You cannot really buy a house virtually. You can, but you might take a loss of the problem you cannot see because you're not there. But land has very, very few problems. And because it's just a dirt, there's absolutely nothing on there. And of course, you need to be careful when you buy a land. And in the program, I always explain in details how you can avoid those pitfalls. So first of all, you can do it virtually. You can be anywhere you want. Me and my wife went to Bahamas a couple months ago. We closed studios there. Bahamas is not even US, right? We closed studios there. We netted about 10 grand. It covered our expense right there. And with this proven system, there's absolutely no risk. I'm going to explain a little bit more why there's no risk later on. And land is finite. They're not produce more land. And also 1 to 2 hours a day. If you use the system correctly, your net profit will be over six figures a year. And also there's no toilet, no attendance, and no trouble. And if your lot is not sold right now, that's actually good for you. That might seem pretty weird, but let's say you have a land. For example, I'm going to show you a deal we had about 2 years ago. In 2020, I bought that land for $2,000, and I was going to flip it, but I forgot about it. And then about 2 months ago, I got a text, a letter from the city saying I owe taxes on the land. So I paid it off, and then I called a realtor, see how much I can sell that land for. So that land 2 years ago worth about $4,000, and I closed that deal for $13,000 because of the appreciation, and didn't sell it within the last 2 years. And this is about a little bit about me. I'm gonna put it this. This is when I was pretty skinny. All right, I came to Hawaii about 2 years ago. No, about 2012. By then, I was a student in Hawaii. And when I was a student, I had a hard time to even pay the tuition. So I find a side hustle to buy and sell cars. And then as an international student, they are not allowed to sell cars. So they actually kicked me out. So I had to go back to China and came back with a different visa. And eventually I got married with my wife. She was American. So that's why I can stay in America right now. I was doing cars until 2019. I was very busy with the cars, and but I still have about 3 hours a day at night to see what I'm going to do in my spare time. And that's why I keep searching, in my spare time, what I can do to maybe earn a little bit more. But the hard part is in Hawaii, it will be at night. So there's nothing to do at night unless you want to drive Uber. But I just keep searching, and then I find this a land course. But right after I find the land course, my mom had a severe stroke. I have to go back to China for a couple of months. But when I was in China, I took the course. The course literally cost me about $70,000 for a mentorship. It's one-on-one mentorship. They'll teach you how to do land, but it's not exactly the way I pictured it, because what the method they are teaching is you buy a land and then you sell it on terms. Let's say you buy a land for $2,000, and then you sell on terms for $10,000 to someone who pays you about $100 a month until the $10,000 paid off. It was extremely hard for me because you have to do a lot of work. You have to post pictures and advertisement on Facebook and Craigslist. It was very, very hard. So I was thinking how I can twist the system to do a little bit more. Because I know there are a lot of people doing exactly what he's teaching. A lot of people selling on terms. So my question was, where did they buy the land? So they have to have the land to sell on terms, right? So I was searching, and then when I came back to Hawaii, I came to a method that I only target the people who has more than 2 land, who owns more than 2 land. So I sent them a letter saying, I want to buy your land, and if you want to sell, just call me. And then I landed a guy who had about 150 parcels. He had 150 land in his possession. I asked him how much he want to sell, and he's willing to sell it for about 1,000 each. So you can see this is the original deed we had. I bought all of his 150 land for 1,000 piece. Of course, I didn't have enough cash by then, but what I did is I buy 20 at a time, and then I advertise this 20 to those people who sell on terms. And I didn't expect it to sell it that fast. All of the 150 lots was sold in 4 months. So that's basically you have a sale every single day. For 1,500 profit each. So in that 4 months, you can do the math. Each land I profit 1,500. I sold 150 lots. So that's the first big deal I got. And I honestly, I didn't spend much time on this deal at all. But then, you know, I wasn't really satisfied after I done all the deals. So I keep searching, see if there's anyone that is doing better, because you cannot really land on someone who owns 150 land every day, right? I think it was pure luck to get him. But the thing is how you can do deals consistently and do this as a business. So in 2021, about 2 years later, I talked to someone and he said, oh, I have this military friend who was managing about 100 or so soldiers. He's a sergeant or a lieutenant or something. And then because he managed so many soldiers, he was extremely busy, but he has only 1 hour a day in his spare time. So in one single area, he netted $1.4 million in 10 months. I'm talking about net profit. That's not margin, and that's not revenue. So he, in 10 months, every month he was making 140,000. That's profit. So I asked him, you know, brother, I'm gonna pay you whatever you want. You know, just teach me what you know. So one day when he was not busy, we were talking about 10 times. I kind of get a sense of all his all his method. So I twisted a little bit to make it risk-free. And the sexy thing is he doesn't live in that area where he was buying and selling land at all. And he does it only an hour a day. So this is the top 3 secrets he was telling me. I'm gonna share with you guys. So the first secret is you can do it virtually anywhere. That means when I was in Hawaii, right now I'm in Florida, but when I was in Hawaii, that 150 deals was in Colorado. So I didn't live in Colorado, but I did all those deals. But this guy was living in somewhere around Houston, and he was doing deals in Austin. So he'd never been to any of the lots at all. And after I talked to him, right now I'm in multiple states. I'm just going to share some of the deals we had. So this is the first deal in Florida. It's about 3 hours from me. It's a vacant lot. This is the picture of the lot. This is a location. You can see there's houses nearby. All these areas are built. And I actually bought it for 14,000. I don't know if you can see that. So this is the purchase price we bought. And this is in June 21st. And about 2 weeks later, July 8th, we sold it for 60 grand. That's about, 48,000 profit. And this is a second deal in Texas we had. I bought this. This is actually with Joanne. You still remember that I talked to you about that? And we were having the Tony Robbins event together. And all of a sudden I got a call from this guy, Michael. He said he wants to sell his lot. And the offer letter I gave him was 22,000. And I told Joanne, I was very excited. Joanne was very close to me, so he was the only one. She was the only one I can talk to. So I told Joanne, see, I bought this land for 22, and we can sell it for 55. After 30 minutes, I was on the phone with him, and we negotiate. And eventually, we bought the land for 6,000. And we sold that land for 55,000. Right? And this deal didn't take me very long either. It's about 2 weeks. And this one was the Oklahoma deal we talk about. I bought this this shows in March, but I bought this land 2 years ago. And then I sold it right away for 13,000 after 2 years. About 2 to 3 weeks. So this is when we were in Bahamas. And we bought this for 8,000 after about 3 weeks, April 24th, 26th. After about 3 weeks, we sold it for 20,000. So basically you can do it from anywhere, but I would suggest you stay in the United States because of course you can utilize the technology doing online notary, because when you sell a property you have to do a notary, but it would be much easier if you stay in the US. I got a friend, he bought an RV and he's traveling around US and he's doing deals in anywhere. So the second secret who's sharing to me about is you don't have to risk your money. But I changed his system a little bit. Sometimes our money has gone to heaven because we invested wrongly. We invest and hope. That's not the model I want to have for my business. So, this we are all familiar with his quote, never lose money and never forget rule number 1, right? So this is a step that I have developed. It's called reverse flip, meaning you know exactly how much you will earn before you buy it, not after. Meaning you don't have to risk any of your money. Let's say you have an iPhone. How do you know how much your iPhone worth? Right? You have an iPhone 13 Pro Max. It's Verizon carrier. You have 128 gigabytes. How do you know how much your iPhone worth? So this is what I came up with. A lot of people, they want to see how much is for sale on the market. So they go to eBay and search the exact same model, Verizon 13 Pro Max, Verizon 128 gigabytes. But they see, oh, this guy is selling for for 1100. This guy is selling for 950. This guy is selling for 869. So my iPhone probably worth about 900. But this is not risk free because this is not on this data is not based on history. It's based on your guess. So my thinking process is your iPhone worth exactly the same or roughly about the same of the same iPhone sold a week ago or a month ago. Does that make sense? So if you have an iPhone, you sold it, you see on the eBay, this guy sold for 900 something, exact same model, exact same time frame, about 5 days ago, and this guy sold between this price, and this guy sold about 800. So if you put your iPhone on that eBay, you will probably get about $800. So I used to buy and sell iPhone, so that's why I use this example. But even the product is different, but every business, the thinking process is about the same. So that's why I came to this this step that we can reverse the sale, meaning when we have someone wants to sell their land, they reach out to us, they call us and tell us, oh, I have this property at, let's say on Jupiter Boulevard, on this street, I want to sell, and you offer me this price. So I look it up of all the property or the land sold in the same exact area. And now I look at how much they have been sold. This is not how much they are selling. This is how much they have been sold. So I know roughly how much this land was worth, right? And so this is the lot I bought. And then this is the price I sold it for after I bought it. So 37,000. But before I bought it, it was all like this. So I look at the properties nearby, they're all in the 30,000 range. I know that, the property, if I buy it, I can probably sell it for 30 grand, right? And that's how much I bought it for. There's actually a joint venture deal with Naveed. Is he still here? Okay, he's still here. All right. And we bought this land for 19,000. It's a corner lot. We sold it a couple weeks later for 37.5. And this is how much I netted because there's some other costs, closing costs, realtor fees, etc. And then this is one more step to make sure that your money is safe. So what you do is, even though that you see all the surrounding area is selling about 30,000, but I still don't put my money in the lot before I do this step, is confirm with the realtor before purchase. So you call the realtors nearby. Let's say you can call these realtors right here, right? You can call him, call multiple realtors. Call him, oh, hey, I have this lot. I'm about to close. I haven't closed it yet. If I put it on the market, how much we can sell this for? The minimum. I'm not looking for maximum return. How much we can get the money back at least. And all the different realtors will tell you a number. So you will know that you're not really far off, right? So this is, look, I'm looking for the absolute minimum price we can get if we list it. And he tell me a price. And then I double confirm with him. So the minimum price we can sell it for is 55K. The absolute minimum we can get if we list it for the price, And he even asked me, do you mean maximum? He was confused. So a lot of realtors' job is to get the maximum listing price for you. But the thing is, I don't want my land to sit on the market forever. So I want to know the minimum price we can sell it for. You can see I want to know the minimum we can get for this sold, and what's the minimum we can get from what do you think, right? They all tell me a number. So this way you are secured with your money. And then you don't have to worry about, I hope I can sell this, or I wonder how much I can sell this. So there's no guessing. So this is all sounds sexy, but why? Why people sell their profit? They know, their property is worth, 67.5. Why do they sell it for 19,000? There are different reasons, but this is what I came up with. So the first of all, they own property taxes, and the majority of American people, they're not like they don't have. I think they have a data. Majority of the Americans, or 60%, they don't even have $1,000 in their bank account. So sometimes they own back taxes, and if the taxes accumulate, they just don't want to pay anymore. I actually just got a land for free about an hour ago before I share this presentation. I will share it with you later on. And some people don't care about their land. And, if you own a land, the grass will grow. You have to cut it. And some people live out of state. Let's say I own a land in Texas. How am I able to cut my grass there? So they don't want it. They don't care. And they have no idea how much their property is worth. So this land, I got it today. You can see this is oceanfront, absolutely oceanfront. There's houses built here. Just throw in the chat how much you guys think I got this land for. Just take a guess. It's in South Carolina. How much do you guys think I got this land for? Just take a guess. All right, I actually got this land for $2,000. It's under contract right now. Let's see how much they bought it for. You guys see that? He bought it in 2022 years ago for $125,000 for that oceanfront land, and I got it for $2,000 because they don't want to pay taxes. And then I got a lot in Hawaii today, about an hour ago. He said, I'm willing to just give this away. Lots of back taxes. I would be happy to take $100. And he didn't take $100. He just gave it for me, to me for free. So the second secret he shared with me is you can work about 1 to 2 hours a day. And then this is why you only need to work 1 hour or 2 hours a day. So this is a whole process of buying and selling a land. So first of all, you do market selections. So you pick a market, and then you pick this county you want to do business with, and then you make offers. You make a list, and then you make offers. After that, you do negotiations and you call the realtors to confirm the sale. And if you guys agree with the price, you closing with the title company and then you list it for sale. You get it sold. You do this whole process again if you want to stay in the same market. But the thing is, where do you put your time? So the market selection is extremely easy. You can spend about 15 minutes to pick a market. In the program, I'm gonna share with you guys later on. We go in depth about how you can select a winning market. Because if you select a market in the out of nowhere or in the desert, nobody is gonna buy it, right? So pick a market is probably the most important step of all this. After that, we'll make offers. Making offers is kind of like an art. A lot of people stuck in this step because they're not sure how much they are gonna make an offer. But I'm gonna share later on how you can know exactly how much amount exactly you can make offers. I used to do, for the zip code, for the same zip code, I offer the same price. That was wrong. I left a lot of deals on the table, but there was a way that you can do it very specifically in even one zip code. You can make different offers. And then there's negotiation skills. We need to how to talk to the owner to bring, even they got the offer back to us, how we can negotiate even more. But you can see market selection is about 15 minutes. Making offers is, if you do it, it's about an hour for the whole list, about 6,000 names or whatever. You can finish that within an hour. And then when the call comes in, you just negotiate and talk to the seller. And after that, basically, there's absolutely nothing else you need to do, because you probably will be closed by the title company, and after that, an agent will list it for you. Do you have any questions by far? Let me unmute everyone. How do I do that? Oh, crap, mute myself. Anyone know how to unmute? All right, maybe here. All right, anyways, if you guys have questions, just type it in the chat, I guess.
Yeah, Ray, how long does it take to learn how to do that well? How long did it take you to, to get up to speed and be profitable?
All right, I'm gonna share with you later on about. It's very easy. There's, I said the process is very simple, but you have to do some work. So for each of the steps, actually, I came up with this system about 5 months ago. I was telling Babu and Naveed and Webnair about all this process about half a year ago, but I kept developing it, so it's extremely easy to do. I think within 6 weeks you can master all the steps.
Right, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I do have a question. So when purchasing the property, do you also use a title company or?
Small lots under 5,000, I do, and I don't.
You don't?
So yeah.
Low.
Yeah, but I have to hire someone to do title research. Title research is a must for every deal, no matter how much it is. But for deals under 5,000, I don't have to use a title company because it's not worth it.
Okay.
Yeah. Right now, I don't even go to the market that has that kind of cheap land. I want
Yeah.
to use the same time frame to maximize my profit margin. So that's why I told you guys the market selection is extremely very important. Of course, people think, oh, if I go cheaper, that would be easier to sell. That will be easier to sell. It's actually not the case. The easier the lot, the more trouble.
Yeah.
And
So so when you use the title company, of course that's gonna be all your expense, right? So
correct.
pay for all the
That'll be
fees.
your expense. That's why you go to higher margin, meaning you go a land that can be sold for
profit margin,
50,
right? So you can get
60,000. Yeah.
makes sense.
Any other questions?
Yeah, Ray,
Yeah.
I got a good question. After you select the right, market, is the preferable action to make offers email, just text, or just mail offers?
I do mail. I don't
All
do
mail,
text.
okay.
Yeah. I do all
Okay.
mailing. I can probably do texting or cold calling,
Uh,
but that's why I don't want me or my students to
mhm,
go too much trouble, because I know all of you have your own business or your own job.
yeah.
You don't want to do so much work testing, and that'll be very, very frustrating. But every mailer, every piece of mail is your army, so they fight it for you. You know what I mean? So if you
Okay.
make an
Yeah.
offer, if they want it to sell for that price, they'll call you back. If not, they'll throw it away. So they already done the work for you.
So
Okay. Yeah.
how
That's what.
sorry, go ahead.
No, you good. You good. Go.
So how many mailings do you do, and you do the mailings yourself, or are you also like you have a system that
yeah.
you
So that's a very, very good question. So making offers in between of these two steps, we mail that to the mailing office. I don't do any mails. I send them the list, and in the list has everything: the mailing address, offer price. They make a 2 pages letter, and they mail it for me.
also you use a company to do the
Yeah.
mailing for
Yeah.
you?
And I do about, right now I'm in multiple counties and states. I do about 20,000 mail pieces a month.
So how many mailings are you recommending to be successful? Like
How
at
much
how
money you want to make? Right?
oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you want to make for so far this year, it's about 8 months. We have profited about 600,000. That's net profit. Minus all the expense, everything. I net about 600,000.
How
And
many mailings was that?
I
How much mailing was that?
I mail about 20 to 25,000 a month.
20 a month?
A month, yeah.
A month, okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna keep going here. All right. So why do I share all my secret right now? My wife was asking me, why do you even share this? Don't you fear a little bit of competition? People come here and compete with you. So this is always has been my belief. The best way to learn is to teach. So if you don't know anything, try teach it. Don't learn it. Go teach it, and then you will know everything about it. And so far this year, we made profit about 600,000 in 8 months. I spend about 2 hours a day on this business. So let's say you didn't do it that well, and you screwed up a little bit, and you do 300,000 per year. What will your life be? Let's say you really screwed up. You didn't do that well, and you do only 150,000 per year, right? And let's say you screwed it again, you only do 75,000 a year. What will your life be? So I think will change your life somehow in one way or another. So far this year we've done, 70 deals this year. I've been doing 300 more deals in the past 3 years. And this is about a business. And also there's another side of doing investment. So I know you guys have different portfolios. You have real estate, maybe you have gold or silver, you have crypto. But what if you put some of your money in land? So far, every deal I have, I make about 100%. Every dollar I put in, I got $2 back. So that's my average investment return on this land. So what if you have 50% return? What if you have half of 50%, 25 or another 10% return? How much return a bank will give you, right? And the land is a very safe investment because if you buy it right, it will always be there, right? And then so let's say this, in this past 3 years, so there's not one single land that I was not able to sell. So every single land, I can sell it. And of course, you get your money back with some profit. So let me ask you a question. If you only do one deal and then you 20,000, what would that be? Or what would that buy you? Maybe a trip on the cruise, or maybe you cut off all your debts, or you can finally take charge of your life.
Freedom of time, yes.
Yep. And so this is the 3 secrets of the land reverse system. Number 1, you can flip anywhere virtually. And number 2, you have absolutely no risk because the reverse process. And you know exactly how much money you can make before you buy it. And number 3 secret is you can do 1 to 2 hours a day. And can I make you guys an offer? Is that okay? Is that all right?
Sure.
All right, whatever.
Yes.
Yeah. So that might seem too much, but this process is very easy. So that's why I created this reverse land flip system. So when you invest in this system today, this is what you're going to get rid of. So you don't have to build a website. Absolutely no need. I don't have a website. You don't have to hire people to do your marketing. So if you do land on terms, meaning you buy a land and sell it on terms, you have to hire people to do your marketing. You have to market on Facebook, everything, and people will do it for you. And people message you, have to reply back. That's a lot of work. And you don't have to subscribe any software in real estate like PropStream. And there's another benefit I'm going to share with you, the high list cost. I have been partnered up with a list company that every single list name you get is at least half of what you spent before. I'm going to show you a screenshot a little bit later on. So you don't have to do any payment software because there's no monthly payment. And there's no mailer costs for wrong market selections. I waste a lot of money on markets that didn't sell that well. I pick a market wrong. And then you don't have to do a overpriced mailing cost. So this is what you're going to get. Absolutely cheapest list account for free. I don't know how much this is worth, but so far this year it saved me about 28,000 because I told you guys I do 20,000 mailers a month, right? So all of the 20,000 are 20,000 different names. in one single list or different lists. So I have to pull that list from a list company. That will cost me money. This is how much I used to spend. 0.14, about 14 cents per list, per name. So if I do 20,000 per month, I'm looking to spend, 20,000 times 14 cents is about at least $2,000 for this, right? 18,000, 1,800, something like that. But I have partnered with this list company. Their list is very accurate. I test them. So I sold the land and go back to that list company. I just search who sold it within the last 30 days. My name was on there. So their list is up to date. It's not old list. So you can see the count is exactly the same. 13,000, 13,000. This is the same list. Right now, with my account service, the account you guys can get for free is 3 cents. No, 0.03 cents. It's 3 cents, right? It's 3 cents, yes. So it's about 1/4 of the cost. So this is how much you're gonna pay right now. And another things you're gonna get regarding Joanne's question, this is a 6 weeks live training with me. This is not a recording or something I record. We're gonna do a live training. And if you have any questions when I talk or when I say something, you can always ask me in the live training. And there'll be total, value of 63,000. So this is 6 week live training. It's not online classes. And this is the 6 steps bring gold. We'll separate that within the 6 weeks. So the first week we'll do market selection. We will talk about how you can pick a market that you can sell for sure, and you can make a profit. And then we do a market analysis. And after that, you know how much offer you can make in this certain area. The next one, we'll pull the list and make offers. And after that, we'll go negotiation mastery. Every land has the same problem. They don't have water, maybe. They don't have sewer. They don't have septic tank. And some of them don't even have power. So how we can use that to our advantage. That's how I bring that 22,000 deal to $6,000. I told that guy, you lot don't have these 4 things. How much you can do? We'll go more depth on the negotiation mastery. And after that, we'll find the best title company and we can close the deal. And then we list it for sale for maximum profit. So this is the first. Naveed, are you okay if I share this? Some of the deals we done?
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
Okay. So this is the first deal I did with Naveed. He was funding it with a 15% return. So he paid all the fees. After we sell it, we give him 15%. We bought it for 19,000. We sold it for 37. After the cost is about this profit about more than $10,000. And we bought this for 29,000. We sold it for 54. This is in Florida too. So after that, you're gonna join the Facebook support group, and you have unlimited access to me. You have my phone number. Whenever you do anything, you have questions, you can always reach me. And that's a total value of 83,000. So, and what else do we need? So more funding, right? So when you do deals, because I have a lot of quite a few rich friends like Naveed. So if you guys need money, I can either fund it or my friends will fund it. But it got to be a good deal, right? So unlimited funding, I don't know how much it's worth, about 100,000. So obviously I'm not gonna charge you for this, but let's say that I did. So if all this did was finally get your land flip system that was profitable, you basically can put a $1 in and you get $2 out. So would that cost be worth it, right? And if I help you get a financial freedom to do all that you want, would that be worth it? Or you only work an hour or two a day and you can do deals anywhere you want. That's why I change most of my business right now to land, so I don't have to buy and sell cars. Because if you do anything else, I don't know what all of you guys do for your job, but I'm guessing maybe it's very area intensive, right? You have to stay in this area for a long time. What is one deal worth for you? One successful deal? Maybe 10K a month or 20K a month or even more. Or how much would you pay to get one perfect deal? So this is a deal I just got. It's near Texas, east of Houston. This lot was worth about 150,000. It's near the ocean. This is the ocean right here, and this whole property are basically on an island. I bought it for, if you guys can see it, I bought it for 70,000, and we are selling it for 175. I don't think I can get that much, but maybe I can sell it for 140. That won't be a bad deal, right? And you can see why it's a good deal at 50,000 for the program, but I'm going to charge about 25,000 for the general public. I have partnered with some guys. We're going to launch it, the program, probably about next month. But for you guys, you're all friends and family. And right now, I can only take 10 spots because, there'll be a lot of questions. For this today is owning about 10,000. All right. So now you have two choices. You can do nothing and not take the leap of faith. That's 100% risk-free, or you can, pony up this investment today and give it a shot. And if you can show me everything exactly what I teach you, and you have done everything I ask you to do, you still cannot find a deal, just let me know. I'll give you money back. I'm not relying on the 10,000, but it's really a way that I discovered that really helped my life. After my mom passed away because of the stroke, I told myself, I'm gonna help as many people as I can. So before I pass away, I can do something worthwhile. So that's my presentation. Do any of you guys have any questions?
Hey Ray, I have a quick question. Like, you said like for 6 weeks, you'll be giving us we can talk to you. Like, but how much time are you requiring during those 6 weeks, and how many hours a day does all this require? Can you elaborate on the engagement there?
So the weekly calls, I don't really have a time limit. I'm
Okay.
thinking 1 or 2 hours on the weekly call should be sufficient. But if not, because you guys are in different levels. Some people might have done a land deal before, some might not be. So I don't really have a time limit for, if it takes 3 hours to answer all of you guys' questions, I can do that, But
Okay.
after that, during the week after the calls, I don't think you will spend more than an hour or two a day to do that. There's, I'm not trying to sell you guys something or exaggerating. This is really how much time I spend a day, an hour, 2 hours. So if you do more than that, I don't know what you're going to do.
Okay.
You know,
When you started initially, like 3 years ago with this thing, like how many hours did you spend, like for like, somebody who's just starting out, who has no
back-
clue of any of this, right?
back then I did it wrong. So
Okay.
if you want to buy a land and sell on terms, I'm not a guy for you. So my system is I buy a land and then I flip it right away.
Mhm.
So that's why I call it reverse land flip. So back then, what I did is I buy a land and then I try to sell on terms. So every morning, I remember I have to wake up at 5. I go to Facebook and go to all the different groups, and then I have to post ad. I have to hire a photographer to go to the land because I was in Hawaii, and I do the picture, I do the description, only 150 a month. That was very laboring. And like I said, the cheaper the land you want to sell, the more trouble. The people ask you, "Is this for sale?" and they disappear. You know what I mean? And or they ask you tons of questions, and in the end, they said, "I'm going to think about it."
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Yeah. Ray, I have a question. When you buy a land, how much tax you will pay to the government?
I'm not a tax expert. Maybe you have to consult with your attorney. But what I do is I form a company, and then I throw some of my expense in the. That's not a land question. That's more like a tax question. You have to consult with your tax attorney in your own state, because every state is even different, right? So in
Yes.
Florida, there is no income tax. You have to only pay the federal tax. I throw some of my life expense in there so I can get a deductible. So this is a business. Is not only you can make a profit on one side, but you can also deduct some of your expense.
Okay.
Yeah. Where do you live, Maggie?
Seattle, Washington.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be more tax your head.
Yes.
Ray, a quick question on the tax. Sorry, go ahead.
What's your question, Navi?
I was saying, like, like where the taxes are owed on the land, right? Like, so there was like, the Hawaii piece that had, taxes that were owed, and you got it for $100. So when you flip it, like, does the other person have to take care of the taxes, and he pays you the price for the land as well? Like, how do you, I was like a little confused on that side.
I'm not sure who is
For
the other
example,
person?
like, like one of the beachfront properties, you said you got it for really cheap, and somebody owed, like, for example, $100,000 on taxes, right?
Right.
So you get the land for really cheap, and then you sell it to somebody else, and they buy it for $100,000, which means they actually bought it for $200,000 because the tax liability goes to them and not to you, right? And how do you take care of all those things?
So actually, some people sell us the land for so cheap, or even give it to me, is because some of them have tax problem. So the oceanfront lot I shared earlier, not the 70,000, the one I bought it for 2,000. He bought it for 155,000, right? I bought it for 20,000, 2,000. The reason why he sell it to me for that cheap, because he want to show the government before the end of the year he was taking a loss on his lot, so he can deduct everything on there. But when I sell that, make a profit, I have to pay a tax on my side after all the expenses.
What happens to the back taxes? The
Oh, the
It
back
is the prop-
taxes, property
Yes.
taxes.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was my question. Back taxes. Yeah.
Oh, the back taxes you have to pay. But
Okay.
but it really depends. That's during the negotiation process. So if you know, if I know someone before I buy it, if I know that seller is owning back taxes,
Mhm.
I'm going to negotiate with that. Let's say he own about 3,000. I'm going to try to get 5,000 off because
Okay.
you know I have to pay your taxes and now I have to do more work, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it really worked. The one I was with Joanne earlier, and we made a, you know, the one I bought for $6,000, and he owned about 1,200 back taxes on his lot.
Okay.
So the property, when you purchase it, it can be transferred to your name, although the taxes aren't paid yet.
Yes.
Then you just
So
when it's transferred to you.
yes. So if that's why you need to do due diligence before you buy it very carefully for the cheap lot. You know, if you go through the title company will tell you, oh, your seller own this amount of taxes.
Right.
So, but if you go 5,000 or below, and you don't know their own, you know, back taxes, and if you transfer to your name, the taxes will go to you instead of them.
Yeah, but with the title company, then you'll just inform them that you're
Yeah.
gonna be paying it, right? You're gonna be paying.
Yeah. So before close, all the title company will do title research. They will do a lien search if there's back taxes owed, if all the property title are clear. So
Yeah.
that's when after they clear it off, and only if the back tax is paid, the title company will transfer to your name.
So are you mainly just like mailing to people who
I mail to everyone.
mail? Oh, okay, not
Yeah.
not just people who
Yeah.
owe taxes on their
No,
property.
no. That's you know, there's a method some people teaches. You know, it's called a tax liens. You know, you go that, but they leave a lot of deals on the table.
Right.
You know, some people want to sell their land not because of tax; they have personal reasons, right? Like the thing I shared with you, there's tax, they don't care, and they don't know how much it's worth. And the wonderful thing is, you know, in different part of states, let's say in Colorado, maybe Babu knows better. So in part of Colorado, the land value jumped quite a lot in the past 2 or 3 years, right? So
Yes, I mean,
yeah.
overall, the properties jumped up pretty high.
yeah, so the old folks, the old people, not the old people, but the people who bought it 3 years ago for 5,000, right now their lot worth 30,000. But on the assess website or on the assessor website, it still shows 5,000, you know, but they don't know the property is worth 30 now. That's why doing market analysis in the second step we talk about is extremely important. So you know how much in this area, in this size of acre, you know, how much this land is worth.
So the title company, is it per state, or is it like you can have one title company do research all over US?
So what I do is in one of the slide I said right here, let's see this. I cannot find my mouse. Anyways, but we try to find the best title company, meaning, you know, let's say you have a lot, you got the offer back, and the address is 123 Main Street. So you go to that 123 Main Street, you go to all the recent sold, you click on it and find all the realtors, so you call them. So, hey, who is your title company you are using? So they will tell you a name, and the second person tell you another name. So if you get multiple referrals for the same title company, use that. But if you are in Texas, you don't want to use a Colorado title company, you know. It's more like city sensitive, like you know, each city has their own title company.
So you would recommend use the title company that is close to the market area that you picked.
Yeah, not close. They have to be in the market.
You have to be in the, it has to be in that area. the
Yeah,
title
yeah.
company. Okay.
So the 70,000 deal, that one was east of Houston. It's about 30 minutes from Houston, but I didn't call any title company in Houston. I called that area.
Okay. And then for hiring a real estate agent when you come to purchase or even sell the property, right? If it's over 5,000, how much commissions, like, of course you're gonna have to pay commissions, right? If you were to.
I would recommend. I normally talk
Hire a
to.
realtor when you're buying it, or no? Just a title company when purchasing.
Oh no, you don't hire a realtor
Just
to
for
buy it.
selling. Just for selling.
For selling, yes, you don't hire a realtor to buy it.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
And then how much commission, like percentage wise, are they? Because I know it's different for lands, right?
I would do 6%.
6%. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the max you pay?
Some realtors want to charge me for 10%, but I don't like it because the realtors are dime in the dozen, right? There are so many of them. You
Right.
pick up city, there are at least 5,000 realtors. So
Okay.
Now, realtor also, you want to be area specific or it doesn't
Yeah.
matter?
yes, they have to know your area. Yes. They have to know exactly the lot. Actually, before I buy the lot, I have to have the realtors to go look at it because I do it virtually, right? I'm not going to go in Texas to look at the lot I'm going to buy. So I'm going to call the realtors. Hey, I'm about to close this lot. Can you go look at it for me? And after that, if you look at it, if it is good to go, I'm going to pay for the title company. We're going to close it and the listing will be yours. So they're glad to do that. They sometimes drive 2 hours to go there. If they don't want to go, they say, "Oh, I don't have time." Then forget it. I'm gonna hire another realtor.
Another
So,
one. Okay.
yeah. Any other questions?
Any experience where the realtor crossed you?
The what? Realtor?
Where yeah.
About 6%.
No. Any experience where the realtor took your information and went directly to the seller?
No. Most realtors, they just want to sell your lot or they want to list a lot for you. But they cannot go to my back and go to the seller because it's under escrow. And it's under contract. It's the title company has do all their job. The only last step I need to do is to wire the money. But I want to make sure my money is safe. So if they contact the seller, they cannot even buy it. It's against the law.
So you put it under contract and then engage the realtor to go look at it.
Yes. And the most realtors don't have their own investment. That's that's weird to me, but they don't want to do the investment. So they only want to list it.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Any questions? No more?
No, that's it for me.
All right.
Hi, Ray. Thank you so much for all the information. It's fascinating.
Yeah,
And
no problem.
I had no idea what I'm stepping into. I saw your video and
Yeah. Some people thought it was affiliate marketing. Not.
yeah, I'm in Florida too. Where are you in Florida?
I'm in Jacksonville.
I'm in Fort Lauderdale. I'm very interested. I have a question. I also speak Mandarin, by the way. And I hardly check the Platts group, and I just bump into your video.
Oh,
I
that's
think
awesome.
it's meant to be, right?
Yeah.
So how long does it take to fund the first deal and till to close? The whole process, how long it will take?
If you find the right property, so the title company will do a title research for about 2 to 3 weeks. That's the buy side, and the sell side, is, you don't have to spend another 2 to 3 weeks because the title company already have your property information. So when you buy and sell, you use the same title company. So they know your information and the property information, so you don't have to jump around, if you're quick, you can get your money back within a month or two. How much, Navi, how much you got your money back? I forgot. Navi?
I think, I think it was like, about the average was about like 3 weeks, right? And we have still one lot, we're waiting on. So I think it was like really quick and a really good return. So and I had to do nothing except, wire transfer the money. That's it. It was really easy. They made it easy for me.
So how many people are joining your program in your group?
I have no idea. I'm, you guys are the first guys I talked to. Yeah, I really.
I'll support Ray.
Yeah, I don't know how many people will join, but it's not about me. I can keep doing deals if no one want to join, but the thing is, I really think there's an opportunity, and honestly, if you look at if you Google how many counties in the United States, there are more than 1,000. So there's no way I can market 1,000 counties, So, I want to expand, of course, but if we share this information with someone, we can partner together. And, when you teach people, you can get inspired and do something else. Right now, I'm actually learning, even myself, I don't know everything. I'm learning to buy bigger lots for 100 acres or more, and then we do a split, and then we sell it individually. So that's another different games, but this is you never stop learning, right?
Yeah. Ray, sorry, I do have another question. So
Yeah,
for
go ahead.
someone, who's just starting, right? For me, I'm always just comfortable with just starting small and then, just work my way up. What would be like the initial, like investment that you have to put in, like money wise? I know with time wise, 1 to 2 hours a day, right? But money wise, like how much it
does take a leap of faith. I have to say that, because when you start something, you really have a lot of doubts, and that's why I was testing different counties. So when I first told Navid and Babu about this, this whole land thing, I was doing in one county, and I was making a lot of deals. So I was thinking, if one day I'm going to do a program, how do I know that was not luck? Maybe I just like the 150 deals I did. Maybe I just land on that guy on luck, but I don't want to be on any luck. I want to be sure that really is
that county.
Yeah. So if I take that concept in that one county, I apply it in other county, and then the second county works, and then I take the second one to the third county in different states. It worked again. So in Hawaii, that's my other test about 2 weeks ago. Obviously, I got that lot for free. It was not in Honolulu. Honolulu lot is crazy. But I was just trying to see for that far away if I can get a deal. And then this lady called me today, an hour ago, before I started this webinar. And he said, you guys saw the text message or the email. So every state works. The reason why is people has the same problem. They either want money or they don't want to pay anything, any taxes. And I guarantee you every state has the same problem. And, I would reserve about 25,000
25,000
for your.
just to start.
Yeah. But for I negotiate with the list company, so you download that list, you can get 1/4 of the price. That's the second part. That's the first part. The second part is when you do mailers. It used to be 65 cents.
All right. So the list company, it's the place where you get all the lists of
Yes,
like
yeah.
properties and you pay them. Is you pay them on a monthly basis or
No. I pay them by how many I pull.
oh how many you
Yeah,
pull?
yeah.
Okay.
So right now we're at 3 cents per name. I used to be 14 cents per name.
3 cents per name. Okay, and then the second part is the mailing.
The second part is the mailing. I negotiate with the mailing house. They promised either me or anyone that I know I referred, they're gonna give a 10% off.
And I'm sorry, how much is the mailing? It's
10% off. It was 65, 64, 65 a letter. 65 cents per
a
letter.
letter.
Yeah.
Okay.
So right now, you get 10% off.
Okay.
Yeah. It's how much a stamp costs? 55, right?
Right.
Yeah. So you get pretty much the same without doing anything. You give the name to them. They print out the papers. They put in the envelope. They mail it for you.
Yeah. Do you keep track of whatever you buy and sell in a
Of course.
program or you do?
Yeah, I put everything in a Google Sheet.
Okay, and you will teach that too, or like to make sure just to be organized, or who you already mailed to, or
You can. I mean, I can show you now. It doesn't matter. You guys are all families. Let me show you. All right. So you can see this is from January to June in the 6 months. This is all the deals I've done. So county, parcel name, parcel property, address, land acres, purchase price, owner's name, owner's contact information, status, their email address, the notes.
this is what you like use for just tax purposes, or
No,
well,
sometimes you have to follow up. Some people don't want to sell right away. So you call them, just keep a record so you know what's going on. So the 6 months, about 77 deals right here, you can see.
yeah.
And this is from July to now.
Yeah. So these are people who replied back or contacted you back.
No, this is the deals we have.
Oh, those are deals. Okay.
Yeah. So this is 18 deals, and this is a property we have listing right now for sale. This is a listing price. So about 480,000 right now, total listing price.
Okay. And then when it comes to, I guess, filing your taxes, usually the title company will just send you that tax form anyway, right? And that's what you.
I have to figure out, right? I have to hire some tax professional to do that. I have no idea. I'm pretty, I'm pretty unorganized, so I have to hire people to do that for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ray, you formed a company, you put all the transactions under the same company?
Yeah.
Or each state is different? Oh, one. Okay.
Same company. And the wonderful thing is that you can deduct some of your taxes. This is not tax advice, but you remember the military guy I told you about? He did 1.4 million in 10 months. So he bought a RV because he said, I'm going to travel to see my land. He bought a boat because he said some of my land is on the island.
Yeah,
he bought a brand new truck. He said, I have to drive to my land. So, what they're going to say? Yeah.
Okay, got you.
So it has to run under like an LLC or a corporation before
I do LLC. Yeah.
You do LLC.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's I think it's the best way to go.
Right.
Yeah. Where do you live? Sure.
Well, I'm in expensive California. So
All right. I suggest you move out. That's why I moved.
I've been trying, my
Yeah.
husband and I have been talking about moving to Florida. So
or Texas. Florida taxes are no
Exactly.
income tax. That'll be the best for you, honestly. And
Yeah.
California, in the course, I'm going to talk about California. We absolutely do not do anything in California.
you're really staying away from California.
Yeah, yeah, because people are so on market analysis. I'm going to talk about you only do states or counties that are people moving in. You
Mhm.
don't do states where people are moving out. So if you Google which states have the most move out,
California is one of
California, New York,
right.
that's New Jersey. That
Yeah.
we don't market
Chicago,
that.
right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because land is finite, it's limited. There are only a certain amount of land, but if people moving in, they have to stay somewhere. That's when the builder wants to buy your land, so they can build it to satisfy those people coming in. But if you go to California, you buy a land, you don't sell, people moving out, you're stuck with your land. Of course, eventually you will sell it. Every land has an owner, but it will take a long time.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So now you live in Florida, right? You moved here from
Yeah.
Hawaii.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, great. I loved it. Thank you so much. And
Yeah.
what's
So
next?
if you guys are interested, just Facebook me or message me. I'm gonna text you my phone number. You can even.
Okay, that's what I'm going to ask.
That's my.
Be on the chat.
So that's my phone number.
Okay.
Yeah. No pressure. I mean, I'm not pushing you. So it's about you. It's not about me. So.
Okay.